What's going on, everybody? This your boy Dreamcatcher 305 back again with another video for the week. And the first video of 2019, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Wish nothing but the best for you guys this year, nothing but growth, prosperity, and getting closer to the Lord. Because everybody needs God in every which way that we live in. But today's topic, we're going to talk about this wild card round. Man, it's some exciting games going on this weekend. We have Ravens versus Chargers, Texans versus Colts, Bears versus Eagles, Cowgirls versus Seattle. Man, it's a lot of intriguing games going on, and I can't wait to watch these games and give my analysis of what I've seen this past weekend. First off, I want to start off with Ravens versus LA Chargers. That's gonna be an exciting game to watch. I have Ravens coming out with the win, just on the simple fact that one, even though they played each other in week 16, so they're familiar with one another. They understand. They have film to watch. They have enough film to watch that they can be able to get after Philip Rivers in a different way than they did in week 16. And plus, they have the number one defense in the league. And what's the motto? Defense wins championships, right? But that's neither here nor there. And then on top of that, the reason why I say they're playing old school smash around football, they're running the ball down your throat, averaging 200 plus yards a game, and they playing great defense. That's the recipe for success right there. Old school. Always take it back to the old days, the traditional days, because that's how things get done. Run the ball with Lamar Jackson, which leads all quarterbacks in the league with 650 yards for the year rushing, and he threw for 1,000 and something yards in his 7 to 8 games that he did play. So that right there is momentum enough to keep Lamar Jackson continue to going on and on and on. He's gonna run the ball. He's gonna rush for a pretty amount of yards, and then sometimes they're gonna roll him out right, roll him out left, have him drop back in the pocket. He's gonna deliver some shots, and I know he's gonna do a great job. But don't get me wrong now. Chargers defense, they got some dogs on that defense. Ingram, Bosa, Derwin James, Casey Howard, uh, Desmond King. They got some dogs. They got some dogs back there now. And even on the offensive side of the ball, Gordon, Rivers, Allen, Benjamin, um, you name it, they got it. Nah, they got it. It's just I don't believe that right now is meant for them. Just just because Ravens defense is so ferocious, they get after you, they punch you in the mouth, and they're great on every level. Every level, D line, linebackers, DBs, great in open field tackling, great in tackling either way, and they packages how they mix and match blitzes. It's unbelievable. I love to watch their defense. I love watching their defense this past season. Moving on to I have Texans versus Colts. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game. Division opponents playing against each other. They're familiar with one another. They know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. So uh, I have Texans coming out with the win, just because I feel like it's Texans' year. They even slept on the entire year. They went on. They started the season 0-3 and then went on a 9 to 10 game winning streak, and still nobody was really giving them the credit that they deserve. So I believe Deshaun Watson will lead this team in the right direction. D Hopkins, he's gonna go bonkers. He gonna ball out as usual. By the way, he had 115 receptions, 0 drops this year. He proved that he's the third best receiver in the league. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the game. They have Jadavian Clowney, J.J. Watt, Tyrann Mathieu, Kareem Jackson. They have the necessary pieces to get after Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is having a hell of a year, maybe his best year of his career. I don't think that he can put it all together, or his defense. Better yet, let me not say that. Let me correct myself. His defense will not match up to his up to Indianapolis offense, because we all know how electrifying Houston offense can be, once they get that thing rolling. We know how effective they can be. Now, Colts defense, uh, even though they shut out Dallas earlier in the season, Dallas don't have an offense like Houston. So we're gonna see. I have Houston coming out with that win. Let's just pay attention. I have the Cowgirls versus Seattle. That game is gonna be intriguing, just because you have the number one offense. Excuse me, number one rush offense in the league in Seattle versus a top five defense in Cowgirls. I'm not gonna, even though I'm a diehard Philly fan, I'm still a football fan. At the end of the day, I love football. Cowgirls, their defense been playing top notch the entire year, But I don't think they're gonna start Russell Wilson throughout the game. I'm gonna give them that. They're gonna stop them. But if they cannot sustain drives and keep drives going, because at times Dinkin Dak Prescott, he would f up some throws and he would mess up the drive because he's inaccurate, he's not consistent. So that's gonna play a part into them why I don't have them winning the game. Because we all know once they get that bell cow and Zeke touching the ball 25, 30, 35 times throughout the game, how that give them momentum. Plus he's getting 5, 6 yards to carry. Come on, now that's gonna keep that's gonna keep Seattle offense on the sideline and keep feeding them. But Seattle defense, they ain't no pushover now. They maybe lost the LOB, but they still got some dogs on that defensive side of the ball. Got the best linebacker in the league, Bobby Wagner. Corners, they do their thing. They hold it down. They D line still get penetration, still get to the quarterback. And then you have that bad brother, Russell Wilson, dangerous Ruster, what they call him. His ability to extend plays, roll out the pocket, roll right, roll left, take shots downfield, and get the ball to Lockett, to Baldwin, and then run the ball with Carson and the other running back. I forgot his name. And don't forget now, they can Russell Wilson can take off with a ball too. So it's so many factors and so many players Cowboys defense has to watch for. Overall, I have the Seahawks coming out with the win. Cowgirls gonna go home. But that's neither here nor there. Let's move forward. Now, the game I've been waiting for, the creme de la creme. Man, by the way, thank you. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you for beating Minnesota and putting us in place to win, to get to the playoffs. But now, you guys the enemy now. We play you guys Sunday, 4:45. Of course, I got us coming out with the win. Of course. Now, for us to be able to win the game and move on to play the Saints next week, we're going to have to first stop Khalil Mack. One of the best pass rushers in the league. Because we can't stop him. We like bleed in the ocean. We left for dead. Because he's going to come. He's going to come. And then we got to stop Hakeem Hicks. And on top of all that, we have to be able to spread the ball out, run the ball, and disperse the ball around. Get the ball to different receivers. Goddard, Ertz, Aguilar, Alshon. We just activated Mike Wallace to the current roster, so that's going to be a huge plus for us. Mike Wallace hitting Darryl Sproles in the flats. Run the ball with Josh Adams between the tackles. Giving the ball to Smallwood, screens. We're going to have to show them different things in order to be able to pull it off. Also, our front seven is going to have to play like it's the last game because we're hurt back there. We really hurt back there in the DB core, and we're all going to have to get there. We're going to need a team collective win. We're going to have to win on all three phases of the game to beat this team. Also, we should be able to beat them just because Carson Wentz and Mitchell Trubisky kind of play this same similar style. And so we see that in practice. So we should be able to execute and play to the level of how we're supposed to be playing. Fly, Eagles, fly. This your boy, Gene Catcher 305. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment.